America's cyber.
All right. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I learn from daily. And a healthy shalom to the brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. I'm not sure how long I'm going to, go on. It all depends on the spirit. And shalom to the 144,000. Shalom to the elect. Because that's what these videos are about anyway. Bringing out the understanding of the scriptures and why these things happen. Now, I'm going to go into this, just a bit here. All right. And we've all seen this before. This is an article of a police department or centurions, right? In Georgia, right? Is apologizing after posting now deleted footage. and that's what they do. The video of this young man, Ryan Hinton, all right, which we should all know of by now. All right, there's nothing new under the sun where the police officer, if you will, basically shot this young man in the back, man. All right, and there's all kinds of gray areas, and and there's even an eyewitness said that the young man had dropped the gun. Matter of fact, he said he put it down. It's an eyewitness now. And then he said basically the cop, shot the kid in the back, and he wasn't shot at that trash can neither. He was damn near in the woods. Okay? It's all kinds of funny business with that video and and how they paint Jake. And again, the scriptures go into it and said that they shoot at the poor, they hunt our steps. They are the accuser of the brethren. There's all kinds of scriptures. They have perpetual hatred, right? And even this right here shows you. So I'm gonna show you a couple. There's a couple other clips I wanted to show you. Let's see. You see that right there? Matter of fact, let's just go to the scriptures, man. Let's hit it. All right? Yeah, even your Shedemites, they're Edomites, but we call them Shedemites, right? Even them too, with the yellow thin hair, all that, you see it. The young, old, they don't regard Jake as even being human. All right? Let's go here. Start out at, Zechariah 11 and verse 5. I posted this yesterday. See if we want to go back to 4. Verse 3. Verse 3 says, it reads, there is a voice of the howling of the shepherds, for their glory is spoiled. A voice of a roaring and of young lions, for the pride of Jordan is spoiled. Verse 4, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. Okay? Now, you remember, look, it's very plainly tells us that the Israelites are scattered to the four corners of the earth. Whether Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has scattered us, we are all hidden in prison houses. America, a.k.a. Babylon, is one big prison house. And you got these very same people that, claim this and that, and they take an oath to the Constitution. Well, the Constitution has been, what Daddy Bush said. He said the Constitution is just a goddamn piece of paper. Matter of fact, it's been null and void. The law of the land, Elder Malcolm goes into it all the time. Matter of fact, I took a clip from his video he did yesterday. But I mean, look, they don't go by the laws that even they put out there. The Title 4Ds and all that, the C-19ers. You saw there's all kinds of violations. The First and Fourth and Fifth and Sixth Amendment. The 13th Amendment says the slave is abolished, set for your asses in jail. Verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, what? They sell them, say, blessed is he, the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. And that's the truth.
This boy came out and he was holding a gun and all that. The truth of the matter is, the boy actually made it, didn't get shot right there at that can, All right, he made it a few steps beyond there and got killed at this tree. And the camera shows that his back was to the police officer, not holding a gun, not pointing a gun, but fleeing for his life. That's where he actually got murdered. And they spun the story as if this kid, attacked. And so what this man's father did, he basically lashed back out at the very people who did this to his son. Steal from everyone around the world, especially people of color. Any melanated people is a target. And if they don't have melanated people to target, they'll target each other.
A police department in Georgia under fire after a viral post left many outraged. The video shows white people using an image of a black man for target practice. The police department for the town of Villa Rica posted the pictures from its training course on social media over the weekend, and the backlash was swift. The post got more than 500 comments and had more than 400 shares, most of the people finding the images offensive.
You put this image up, and we're being shot at.
It was immediately clear to me that the selection of these images used in this training was offensive.
Perception of it looks like we have people just shooting at black guys, and that's not at all what it was.
The chief of the police department says he is now ordering the offensive images taken down. The city has hired an independent firm to investigate.
So you can clearly see what these damn devils are doing. And it's been like that the whole time. Remember, the scripture said there's nothing new under the sun. Now, it's the same thing what happened with that Ryan Hinton young man. And it's been happening forever. All right? But, hey, the scriptures go into it and tells you this. So let's go here. All right? Because 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, is getting ready to come to pass. The apostles and the elders and the bishops on down have been telling you for decades, reading straight out of the scriptures, that there's going to be sedition among men. And it's that simple. Judah, Genesis 49, verse 9, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And it's honestly, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to rouse him up. Now, what happened with that Denton, Ryan Denton? It was, you know what it was? I'll guarantee you, it was an initiation. Let's look that word up. It was an initiation into the club, if you will. You know, that blue line. Okay? So you got to understand and know that the biggest gang on earth is the fucking police, man. And it's always been that way. Remember how they started out as the slave patrol? And now they're what? Judge, jury, and executioner. In the streets. Remember, the scripture said, thou hast not hated blood, your blood shall pursue thee. Let's go to this word initiation. It was an initiation. You go back and, don't stress yourself with it, because we all understand that we up under the curses, and they do hunt our steps. But go back and watch and see all the inconsistencies and the chopped up video, and how the video is. There's a thing called clipping. All right, and anybody who knows anything about audio or video or whatever, even electricity, clipping happens when something is overexposed, or there's too much going out, too much coming in and not enough going out. Okay, if that makes any sense, just look up the word clipping. Anyway, initiation, the action of admitting someone into a secret or obscure society or a group, typically with a ritual. And what is that ritual? We just saw it. You just saw it, up live and personal. Okay? And that they call it just popping your cherry. He popped his cherry on that young Jake, man. That's what happened. The action of beginning something. Let's see. The action of beginning something, the introduction of someone into a particular activity or skill, all right? So you see what's going on there. Let's go here. Slovakia. Come on now. Wasn't doing that before. Do police swear an oath to the Constitution? And again, the Constitution has been gone for a while. It's not, you can clearly see it. Look, you see the police state, you see the militarization of the police. What the hell they need the MRAMs and, those highly sophisticated vehicle? What the hell they need that for? It's crazy. All right. State and local police generally swear an oath to the United States Constitution as a civil service or uninformed, Slovakia, service officers stating I officer name, whoever, whether it be a Mulberry cop or a big city police officer. Anyway, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And so, what does this tell you, Jake? That they see you as the enemy. Let's go back to it. Because these images are pretty powerful right here, right? Slovakia. Yeah, let's go back to it. Let's show you. You tell me that, hey, you see that, don't you? You see that? It's pretty simple. All right, let's grab a couple more scriptures here. 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 11. And for this cause, power shall send them strong delusion, and they shall believe a lie, right? And see, and they've always done that. Go back to the book of Isaiah, the 47th chapter. And what does it say? Then now they got to stand with their enchantment. See, that left-hand side magic is not really working like it used to. The scripture said, if you can deceive the very elect, and hopefully I'm part of that number, but why do you think it said, if you can? Because we see through their bullshit now. We see they've done this over and over and over again for hundreds of years. They try to pull the wool over your eyes, and at the same time, accuse you of doing this and doing that. When they look, if you go back and look at the comments, all right, you look at the comments. Of course, you got a bunch of Edomites. What they always say, well, he should have been raised right. He shouldn't have been in that situation. And no, he shouldn't have been in that situation. But that's why there's a certain thing called a constitution, a certain thing called due process, but not for you, Jakes. See, it's a part of the curses. This is prophetic. This is precisely why the scripture said he's not in trouble as other men. But then you go back to Deuteronomy 28 and what was it? 48 or 50 something? I don't know. It eludes me right now. The scripture eludes me. But it said, "Thou shalt be oppressed and spoiled only forever," and that's the period of time on this side during Esau Edom's kingdom. All right. So the Constitution in this place was never for you. Again, it's just a prison house. Let's go here. In the presumption of innocence is the Slovakia. Yeah, presumption of innocence in the Constitution. What does this say? The term innocent until proven guilty is not in the U.S. Constitution. The presumption of innocence is recognized as a due process right under the Fifth Amendment. You hear that? All right. You see, the prosecutor has the burden of proof to show that you are guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, in that case where that young man was murdered, because when you're shot in the back, man, that's murder. Clearly trying to get away. All right. Did he get due process? Nope. As a matter of fact, I put out a video a couple days ago. All right. Yeah, it's a couple days ago. And it showed how a so-called white lady was accused and pulled over for a stolen car or whatever. And they was laughing and treating her. They took a suspect that shot up a damn school to Burger King, man. But Jake don't get 6 seconds to live. It's a part of curses. It is what it is. And soon come, that 2nd Ezra 15 chapter is going to come in the hand. We saw a little bit of that here in North Carolina during Helene. See? Psalms 127, verse 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, Yahweh, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. So yeah, he took vengeance upon himself, and unalived that officer. That's what happened. See? Lamentations 4 verse 16. The anger of the Lord Yahweh have divided them. He will no more regard them. They respected not the persons of the priest. They favored not the elders. Verse 17. As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. Did you hear what that scripture said? For a nation that cannot save us. Woe to you that go to Egypt for help. They keep showing you on and on and on and on. They ain't about you. They don't give a damn about you at all. They got a standing army. It's called the police. Started out as slave patrol. You see? Verse 18, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. See? They're swifter than eagles. Oh, our persecutors are swifter than eagles of the heaven. They persecute us upon the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness. See? They've always done this. All right? And again, it was initiation. That's exactly what it was. It was a straight up initiation, man. You see? Let's go here for a minute. Look this up. This is what you see in that video. Video clipping, blown out, or overexposed. So, and they do this shit on purpose. Now, it's 2025, brothers and sisters. Akim and Akawath. It's 2025. You can shoot videos in 8K, damn it. But for some reason, whenever, something happens, whether it be that dude that, with the backpack or this or that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You mean to tell me they can't produce a video at least in a high definition? That shit came out in like 2005. Okay? You mean to tell me you can't produce? I mean, look, man, they got a damn a Hubble telescope. They said that can see the freaking light years away. But you don't have a camera. Hell, my iPhone does better than that. You see? Video clipping or blown out or exposed images. Let's see, maybe we'll just get a video here because this is what you see. And a matter of fact, if you didn't know, black and white cameras really showed more detail than the other cameras because they were the cameras that they were using, they had exposed to make a so-called white people look normal. And that's why in the older films, Jake looks like he's red or all messed up. That's a fact. All right? That's the kind of hatred they have towards Jake, man. So look at this. Fair use, fair use. See what happens here. See? It's getting overexposed, you see? High dynamic range, right. HDR video. Okay? It's blown out. This is the video for fixing it. It's fair use, fair use. Okay, I won't use any more of those, but you can see it right there. You see that? That's what they did, man. And they manipulated the video, and then honestly, I believe they planted that blicky. All right? Yeah, because there was an eyewitness, and there been a bunch of photo and video experts and all kinds of people breaking this down and saying, man, this shit don't look right. Something ain't right at all. And I never saw a pow in the young brother's hand, in the young man's hand. I didn't see it. All right. So it is what it is. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua saw fit to, put him back in the spirit world anyway. All right. So that's that. Now he's good. Psalm 64 verse 8. So they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Yep. They lie. They are a bunch of liars. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But the Most High Power shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. And that's them ICBMs. So they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of our power, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. That's heavy right there. That's it. You hear that? Call all you how about Shem Yahushua, man. Jump on down here. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers. That's what you're seeing right now. All right? Let's jump on down to verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantment. See, the shit ain't working no more. All kinds of jakes are saying, well, wait a minute, this ain't right. Something don't look right here. How come you ain't showing the whole body camera? Why does this body camera look different than that one? You see? Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, and that video clipping and being blown out and all that is sorceries, man. It's witchcraft. When thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shall be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. See? You reared in the multitude of these counsels and sorceries and stargazers and prognosticators. It's right there. And Esau Edom you through, and we see through what you're doing. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And every chance you get, chant this place down. Kwam Yasharallah. Kwam Yasharallah. And Wa Abai Babal. Boom. Shalom.